22-0. Brush leads Platte Valley at Bead Digger Stadium as we're about to head to the third quarter. Nice to be home for the last 3 weeks before the Bead Diggers head out to Gilchrist next Friday. Bead Diggers will be back here in 2 weeks against the Eaton Reds, and that undoubtedly is the most challenging game of the regular season in Brush, because then they'll have Weld Central week 9, and Weld Central is a little bit down this year after graduating some key players. And the Bead Diggers will have 2 more home games after this and 3 road games, so they'll be going to Valley and to Strasburg and to Estes Park. Dave and I remember the last time the Bead Diggers played in Strasburg. That was Monday Night Football 2 years ago, and that was quite an adventure. The Bead Diggers played on a Monday night at Strasburg, then played on a Friday night right here against University. 2 football games in 5 days, which is, that's tough at any level, but at the high school level, even more. But the Bead Diggers luckily were on the midst of an 8-game winning streak to close out, 6 games to close out the regular season, which they extended to 8 in the postseason. As the captains meet at midfield, Bead Diggers will receive the second half kickoff. And one thing that you addressed at the very beginning of the broadcast is that if the Bead Diggers get out to big leads in some of these games, more than likely they will probably shut down Connor Weiser to try to keep him fresh for the remainder of the regular season and, more importantly, the playoffs.
Yeah, you got to believe they want to preserve him as much as they can, because, there's wear and tear every time you run, and there's going to be wear and tear there. The Diggers are just playing some good football here later on in the game. They clean some things up, and I'm looking forward to see if they can come out and just really pound on Platte Valley.
Right, yeah, because they've got to reduce their penalties, but Platte Valley's got to eliminate their turnovers. I mean, you're facing a number 1 ranked team, and you've committed 3 turnovers. Platte Valley has issues of their own. But, Dave, anytime you're holding that football as long as possible into the gut of a running back and you've got a quick defense like Brush's, there's going to be a disruption there in the flow of that offense, and that's what the Bead Diggers have done to go along with a couple of interceptions, because the Platte Valley passing game has been non-existent. In fact, Johnny Day has more interceptions thrown than completions in the game.
That's right, and like you said, that's a result of the defense that Coach Creighton's got designed, and I'll tell you what, it's working. It's been working all season.
Eric Garcia will receive. Should be Bailey Collins Landwehr to kick it off for Platte Valley. At least Garcia's deep to receive at his own 8. He's already broken one today for the line of scrimmage. 71 yards. Chris Lee's got an 18-yarder, and Garcia has a 41-yard touchdown catch. All he's got to do is make it now on special teams, and we could have a little bit of a trifecta. So we're about to begin the third with Brush up 22-0. Landwehr runs up to the football and boots it. A line drive towards the sideline. Bounces out of bounds at the 13-yard line as Trevor Blake let that go. So the Bead Diggers are going to have excellent field position, which is exactly what Platte Valley didn't need, down by 3 scores.
That was a great play there by Trevor Blake, because sometimes a guy will run over there and touch the ball and get excited, but, just showing his senior leadership, he let the ball go out of bounds, and Brush gets some good field position as a result.
At the 35 for the Bead Diggers. 2 scores. The Bead Diggers get 2 scores, I think. Then you rest some of the starters, if not all the starters. 1st and 10 for the Bead Diggers at their own 35-yard line. That's the rule in high school football. Kickoff goes out of bounds, and you can take it at the 35. Tormolen will hand it off to the D-back, Weiser, and he trips to the 38-yard line. Caleb Creech made the tackle. It's a gain, we'll call it 2, shy of the 38. 2nd down and 8 for Brush.
Platte Valley still got that freshman back there, Colt McDaniel, at free safety, playing about 11 yards off the ball.
All the Bead Diggers want to do is run clock, shorten the second half. That's their big goal right now, leading 22-0, 2nd down and 8 from their own 37-yard line. One receiver to the right. That is Vince Albo with a back split. Hand off to Weiser right side, and he's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Johnny Day came on a blitz. 3rd down and 8 for Brush.
Diggers tried to run that 20 series over to the right side, fake the handoff on the dive, and then run it off tackle. And boy, the Platte Valley Broncos just got so much penetration over there, there was no room for Weiser to run. He got tripped up about 2 yards in the backfield.
Kyle Rosenbrock is in. Vince Albo will take a rest. 3rd and 8 for the Beat Diggers at their own 37-yard line. Garcia's in that backfield with Weiser. And on 3rd down, Tormolen will send Rosenbrock in motion to the left. And there's the pitch left to Garcia. Bobbles the football, picks it up 40-yard line, dives towards the 45, never dropped to the ground. Actually bobbled it in midair. He's going to be short of a first down, but pick up 7 yards. 4th and 1. I would think the Beat Diggers would go for it on this play.
I'll tell you what, that was a great play there by Garcia. The pitch was a little bit behind him, and you watched his head go back and see the ball hit his right hand behind him. And you could see his eyes just bring the ball back into his control before he took off running with it.
4th and a yard for the Beat Diggers. Less than a yard at their own 44. Lee and Weiser are in the backfield. Tormolen, quarterback sneak, and he tries to drive towards the 45. That's very close. Very close, although the officials are spotting it right at the mark. I don't know if Tormolen got spun around, and that is a first down, but he didn't make it by much.
Yeah, the mark is right in the middle of the 45-yard line. That's where the first down marker is, and then the nose of the ball is just going right over the top of the white line.
1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers at the 45, an official gain of 1, but that was a very tough yard on the quarterback sneak by the Beat Digger junior, Mitch Tormolen.
It's a good thing Coach Quinlan and his staff out there got that field mark so well. The officials trusted the straightness of the lines, and we're glad they didn't bring those chains over and measure it. It was that close.
On 1st and 10, and we've got a penalty against the Beat Diggers, and that was on the center. Miller, he didn't snap the football because everybody moved but the football itself.
Yeah, the football was still there on the ground, and he was sitting there. I saw it. That's kind of a rough position to be in as a center because everybody knows it was you because you're the only guy that didn't do anything.
Exactly. But he's had a very good season so far, and it's just one of these games. 9 penalties for 55 yards for the Beat Diggers. Cargill Meat Solutions takes as much pride in the community just as they do in the products they provide to their consumers. Cargill Meat Solutions, part of the KSIR, B106 scholarship program. 1st and 15 for the Beat Diggers at their own 40-yard line. Backs are split. Tormolen hands it off to Weiser. He pulls his way across the 45 and then picks up a couple of extra yards, just out-muscling the Platte Valley defender at the 46-yard line. The tackle was made by Colt McDaniel, the freshman, at 5'8", 150. It's a gain of 5, 2nd down and 10.
That was a good play there by Brush to be able to send Weiser with the ball right up the middle and try to get the Platte Valley Broncos to think about that running game, and hopefully that'll open up some of that play action with those bootleg passes.
At 1305 Edison Street in Brush, CNC Auto Parts is your local Napa Auto Parts store. 2nd and 10 for the Beat Diggers at their own 45-yard line. In motion to the left is Rosenbrock. Tormolen on the pitch left to Garcia. Running room to the 48, outside of the 50, up the left sideline to the 40. He's got one man to beat up the sideline, and he breaks that tackle, and he's spun down as he into the end zone. And there's going to be a flag down at the goal line. It might be a face mask, as Garcia, I believe, is down at the 1. If that's the case, it's a run of 54 yards for Eric Garcia and a 1st and goal. Now let's check the flag.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a great run there by Garcia, but it was better blocking there by Maverick Seawald, who got 2 blocks on that play. He made the first block to help Garcia get it to the outside, and then he made the second block to break him free. So great job there by Maverick. He's the left tackle. He had to pull out there on that play. That's his job.
It's a horse collar, so that'll place the ball probably about the 2 or 3 inch line.
Yeah, it was about a 6-inch penalty.
Pretty much. Garcia was looking for his 3rd touchdown of the night, and it's not going to happen because Weiser and Lee are in the backfield, and one of them more than likely is going to get the football. 1st and goal inside the 1. Tormolen will hand it off to Weiser, right side. He dives. He's into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Connor Weiser. His first in 3 weeks. It's his first game in 3 weeks. Brush 28, Platte Valley nothing.
Well, you know what's so fun? It's fun to see, different guys come up every week, and we've always said that different guys get to be the heroes. And I'll tell you what, it's fun to talk about those offensive linemen having such a great week the last couple of weeks, allowing these backs to run the ball so well. And I'll tell you what, the offensive line, they were a big question mark with their size and their age, but they're stepping up and playing as a team out there, and that's the reason they're having so much success.
Jesus to attempt the PAT, and that kick is up, and that one is booted just inside the right upright. 8:12 remaining, third quarter. Brush 29, Platte Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 7 plays, 65 yards in 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Connor Weiser squeezes in from a yard away, set up by Eric Garcia's 54-yard scamper up the left sideline. Extra point was good. Beat Diggers now lead the Broncos 29-0. Dave, I know you're I'm surprised. You're probably more surprised than I am that the margin is this big in the third quarter.
I would predict it to be like 14-7. That's what I was looking at.
Kickoff to the 5-yard line across the 20 to the 25. Another big seam across the 40's Farrenbrook. He's down at the 43. It's a return of close to 40 yards for Trent Farrenbrook. Randy Baker was down there to make the play. Let me tell you, if not for Baker on special teams, the Beat Diggers would have given up a couple of touchdowns already this year. And, of course, what Brett Bostrom did in week one, chasing down Jared Bohm of Fort Morgan. But this is something that despite a 29-point advantage, that Coach Dreitz is not happy about.
The three phases of the game, one of them being really weak in one of them can cost you.
1st and 10 for Platte Valley at their own 45-yard line. Shotgun for Day. There's the give off the left side, a hole across the 50, and Farrenbrook drives his way towards the 46, maybe the 45. Maverick Seawald was in on the play, but the gain is 9 yards. 2nd and 1 from the Beat Digger 46.
There was no faking in the backfield that time. Farrenbrook just lined up there and ran to the left, and Day just turned around and handed him the ball right in the breadbasket, and he kind of bounced outside after initially getting held up a little bit there at the line of scrimmage, but things just opened up for him.
Northeastern Colorado's hometown savings and loan with locations in Brush and Fort Morgan is Equitable Savings and Loan. 2nd down and 1 from the Brush 46-yard line. Shotgun for Johnny Day. He's got the football, keeping himself on the option left, and he's down at the line of scrimmage. Bryant Woodward had him. And looked like Maverick Seawald was around that football as well, as was Kyle Rosenbrock. 3rd and 1 from the 46-yard line. That time, because Platte Valley went so laterally, Dave, it took him a while just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Dave was having a lot more luck when he'd fake the handoff and then just turn it up the field really quick. And you're right, it's like he tried to run that more like Brush runs their bootleg.
3rd and 1. Shotgun again for Platte Valley. Day awaits the snap, has the football, handoff right up the middle. 1st down, still driving across the 45 to the 43. Looks like that's Farrenbrook picking up 3 yards. And it's 1st down for Platte Valley at the Beat Digger 43-yard line. Again, Seawald and Ethan Brost in on the play. 6:25 to go, third quarter. Brush 29, Platte Valley nothing. Man in motion to the left is Cameron Maxey. Shotgun, counter handoff right to the right side into the 40s. Caleb Creech before he's knocked down. It's a gain of 3. Connor Weiser grabs him around the ankles and makes the tackle. 2nd down and 7 for Platte Valley.
Platte Valley just kind of going with sort of a crossbuck look there in the backfield. They hand it to they go right, they go left, they go right, and they're not giving. They haven't really settled into going with Day with that option look anymore.
At 417 Main Street in Fort Morgan, Platte Valley Hearing Center, getting your hearing to its very best. That's Platte Valley Hearing Center. 2nd and 7 from the Brush 40-yard line. One receiver split out each side. Day from a shotgun, option left. Will pitch it out there and cutting it back towards the inside, fumbling the football. It's loose on the sideline, and I think the ball went out of bounds at the 35. And that was, Was that Day who kept the football there?
No, he pitched it. It was
That's what
an
I thought.
option.
That's what I thought. And I saw the option pitch, but I wonder if that was Logan Sitzman who's in that backfield. Or yeah, I'm not sure who had that football, but the advancement went all the way to the 34-yard line, so it's essentially 6 yards of offense there for Platte Valley. 3rd and 1. Yeah, these numbers look tiny on these Platte Valley uniforms. 3rd and 1 from the 34, and there's the give right up the middle. That's an easy first down. Driving to the 31. And that is Trent Fahrenbrook, I believe, again, limping as Felix Calderon made the tackle, a gain of 3. And this Platte Valley drive methodically continues at the Bee Digger 31. 1st and 10, Caleb Creech is now in that backfield for Platte Valley. In a shotgun, and there's the give to Creech, and he bulls his way across the 30 to the 28, gains 3. Connor Weiser and Ethan Brost make the play. 2nd down and 7. Platte Valley's not doing anything too fancy here, but what they are doing that's helping the Bee Diggers is running clock.
Yeah, that's for sure. They just running there in between the tackles and heading right at him. I'll tell you what, Felix Calderon, not a lot of size there at that nose guard, but I've noticed a couple different occasions he's in the backfield. He was the one that had his arm around him, and he might be the guy that's creating some of those fumbles because I saw him ripping away at the kid's arm as he was trying to run down the field.
Shotgun, fake, pass out to the left by Day. That's complete along the left sideline inside the 25 towards the 22. As Johnny Day actually catches it. And I think it was thrown there by Logan Sitzman. So I think it might have been Day the other time that did fumble the ball when Sitzman received the direct snap. And that's why, but again, these numbers are so small. Nonetheless, it's a gain of 6 yards to the 22. 3rd and a yard to go for Platte Valley. This is the 9th play of the drive. They've taken up 4.5 minutes of game time. Direct snap goes to Sitzman. Handoff up the middle. That's a first down. And bowling his way to the 19 is Fahrenbrook. That's a gain of 3. Brett Bostrom makes the hit for Brush. And that's the 3rd first down of the drive for Platte Valley. They're in the red zone at the 19.
Yeah, they're just kind of smashing it right in between right behind their guards. And what's tough to stop them is their big offensive linemen just wedge block down the field.
1st and 10 for Platte Valley at the Bee Digger 19-yard line. Brush leads 29-0 with 4:12 to go in the 3rd. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Direct snap to Sitzman, keeps the football, and he's down. Thrown for a loss as he faked the handoff, and the Bee Diggers read it beautifully. And let's see who had the initial hit. Might have been Felix Calderon and Bryant Woodward. If I'm reading that number correctly, it's a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11 from the 20. And again, that is the new quarterback in Logan Sitzman, awaiting the snap, has it. Deep drop, looks like he's setting up a screen, fakes, rolls to his left, chased by Seawald, and he runs out of bounds along the left sideline inside the 20 to the 19, maybe the 18. The official still has yet to spot the football. And the gain is 3 to the 18. 3rd and 8.
They wanted to run that middle screen, but Felix Calderon was standing right there. So was Connor Weiser. They were waiting to intercept the pass. The Digger defense read it perfectly. And so Sitzman, he was smart to get out to the outside and try to turn it upfield over there and keep it himself. But I'll tell you what, we had a lot of force. A lot of guys were showing up over there to help contain him.
Officially, it's 3rd and 9 for the 18. Your one-stop shop for all of your banking and investment needs is Morgan Federal Bank, 321 Ensign Street. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Direct snap, flag is down. Handoff to Fahrenbrook. He's got a couple of yards to the 16, but it looks like this one is going to be against Platte Valley for illegal procedure, illegal shift, actually. And they're going to go back 5 yards unless the Bee Diggers decline it, because it would be a 4th and 7. After Fahrenbrook gained 2 yards, let's see what the decision is. Eric Garcia is holding up his hands as to ask for a response, and they're going to decline it, so give Fahrenbrook 2 yards on the play. 4th and 7 from the 16. They've run 12 plays, and I'm sure they're going to run a 13th with 3:29 to go in the 3rd, and Brush leading Platte Valley 29-0.
Fernbrook's got 33 yards now on 10 carries. Creech has got 41 yards on 9 carries. Neither one of them really tearing it up, and it's kind of indicative of this defense this year that just it bends but it doesn't break.
Platte Valley takes their first time out, trying to figure out how they can gain 7 yards and continue this drive, because the one thing we know, if they try to gain 7 yards through the air, their percentages are very low because, what do they have, one complete pass tonight, Dave?
Yeah, they're 1 for 8, plus those 2 interceptions. The only pass they did complete was that 6-yard attempt. But, we haven't seen Sitzman throw the ball yet. That was Johnny Day throwing the football then. Now that they got Sitzman back there, things might be a little bit different.
Sitzman only a sophomore at 5'9". If he's going to throw it, he's going to have to see over a couple of trees there in Weiser and Seawald. And we'll see how this offense sets it up. 4th and 7 for Platte Valley at the Brush 16-yard line. 3 receivers, also known as trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Shotgun formation. Sitzman has the football, deep drop, sets, throws over the middle. The pass is incomplete, off the hands of the receiver in the end zone. It was thrown behind him. It would have been a touchdown as Cameron Maxey was wide open, but it's incomplete, and the Beat Diggers have the football.
No, that time Sitzman, he threw the ball. He didn't overthrow him like what Day's been doing, but he threw it a little bit behind him, made the pass kind of hard to catch.
That drive took a good 4.5 minutes. Beat Diggers now have the football. Only their second possession of the second half with 3:24 to go in the third. It's at their own 16-yard line. A couple of first downs will take this game into the fourth quarter.
Platte Valley's got some different kids out there on that defensive line now. Must be having to give some of their linemen a breather.
Backs are split, 1st and 10 from the 16. Tormolen will hand it off on the left side, and there's a mess back there. Getting back to the line of scrimmage is Tyler Carter. I don't know if that was an all-out blitz, but Platte Valley had a few players in that backfield, including, I think, Caleb Creech at 2nd down and 10. Nothing for Carter.
Yeah, they sent the house and the kitchen sink on that one, that's for sure. The linebackers were coming over, especially over on the left side over there, and so they had some pressure over here on the right side to slow Carter down, but then they had that pressure on the backside to catch up with them.
Dave, you said before, anytime a team has to blitz too much, that's because they're covering up a weakness. And the Beat Diggers have exposed that weakness tonight. 2nd down and 10. Rosenbrock in motion to the left from the 16. And there's a bootleg. Tons of running for Tormolen across the 20-yard line. And he lowers his shoulder to the 21. He gains 5 yards. 3rd down and 5. The tackle was made by Landon Gentry. Tormolen doesn't have Eric Garcia speed, but he's got enough speed always to gain positive yardage on those plays. 3rd and 5 for Brush at the 21 as we approach the 2-minute and 15-second mark of the third.
Gentry was trying to get real physical there with Tremolin at the end of that tackle. Tremolin just did a good job of doing his job and not engaging in that behavior.
3rd and 5 from the 21-yard line. And Weiser is on the sideline. Who will get the football here on 3rd and 5? Tormolen hands it off right side to Carter. First down as he continues to drive his way, across the 25 to the 28. Caleb Creech made the tackle, but not before a gain of 7.
That was a good example of what happens when you blitz. Platte Valley had 6 guys up there on that line of scrimmage, and then they sent one of their linebackers, so there was only one guy left over to make the tackle besides a free safety. They just didn't have enough guys there to stop it.
Well, the good thing here is that even if the Beat Diggers do not get another first down, they will have possession of the football going to the fourth quarter unless they throw an incomplete pass. 1st and 10 from the 28. Tormolen hands off on the right side, and spinning to the 30 was Trevor Blake. He runs hard. The tackle for Platte Valley was made by Evan France, a 5'10", 165-pound linebacker. It's a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 for Brush. With a minute to go in the third, approaching a minute to go in the third, Beat Diggers leading 29-0.
Brush is just real content to keep running that 20 series and trading the ball back and forth between the fullback and the halfback. And then all of a sudden they come back with that 40 series and lead block with their halfback. It really opens up that off tackle.
3 seconds on the play clock, 2nd and 8. Tormolen bootleg left, gets around a blocker to the 35, back to the inside of the 40, and he runs into Broncos. First down at the 44. Give Tormolen 14 yards as he was taken down by Caleb Creech, but some strong running by the Beedinger Jr., Mitch Tormolen.
Took him 7 carries to get over those sacks the first couple times he ran it, but 7 carries puts him in the positive now at 14 yards.
And an official's timeout. Dave, I would assume some second teamers are going to get some play here. Tormolen must have an issue with his equipment or some blood, and he's going to come out of the game, and Eric Garcia will assume the quarterback position for the final play of the third quarter.
What a luxury to have a guy like that as your backup quarterback.
Yeah, well, a 2-year starter who took his team to the state title game last year. 1st and 10 for Brush at their own 44-yard line. But Garcia's been so valuable this year as a receiver, as a running back, as a defender with 3 interceptions. 1st and 10 from the 44. Garcia will hand it off right up the gut to Tyler Carter. Gain of 1. He's tripped up at the 45-yard line, and we will get to a commercial break coming up after 3 quarters of play. It is Brush 29, Platte Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.